The other one that I saw is Alto Nights. This is on Ryan's one of the most anticipated movies of the year. Alto Nights sees Robert De Niro playing the double role. But Alto Nights is, I don't know. To me, it's just Robert De Niro's not that guy anymore. I just can't take him. Like, he just looks like an old man. And some of these scenes where it's like, that guy's going to go and kick that guy's ass. Like, we're 30 years removed from him asking that guy at the bar, excuse me, is this your pen? Like, we've come a long way from that. I think part of the most confusing part about the movie is that, again, the tone is completely off. There's a couple scenes where they're trying to make them a little bit more human. There's a scene where they're driving to a meeting and he's having a conversation with these guys in the back of a car, and it's supposed to be lighthearted, but it comes across as just the tempo's a little bit off, just comes a little cringe. I hate to use that word, but that's kind of what some of these scenes work out to. But De Niro's great. I mean, he delivers his lines. He does his job. His two roles is never easy. But they do skirt around it by not having the characters meet for a while. So for most of the movie, it's one character or the other, but they're in different parts of the story. The movie moves really fast, so you're not going to get too bored. There's some really long setups to establish things. Some scenes come across a little bit like a soap opera, especially with the fadeaways. Like, they'll fade to black at certain points. Like, wow, I guess that's one way to end the scene, right? And the executions come across a movie style, not realistic like some of the mafia movies that we're used to with the violence and some of the blood that's there. So a lot of the executions just come across a montage style, like it's part of a story, but not a huge part of the story. De Niro's good. He tries to distinguish the two characters, but again, there's not enough here that I don't think it's going to bring anybody to watch this movie more than once. And that's it. Out of respect for Robert De Niro, I'm going to give this movie a 5.5 out of 10. But I didn't really like it, unfortunately. Yeah, sorry.
Damn.
Yeah, so like that review you just gave kind of mirrors like one or two other reviews I've heard. I kind of agree with you pretty much on everything. Like, he's not that guy anymore. You know, he's older. Once you see him in things like The Intern, where he's a sweet old man who's looking for a part-time job after retirement, it's like, you know, it's hard to go back to Jimmy Calloway. So
I can get over that, though. Like, I can get over that. What I'm saying, though, is he just looks too old to be playing that guy. You know what I mean? Like, and I wanted to believe it. I wanted to believe like this is still that guy. He's not that guy. Maybe in The Irishman, I haven't seen The Irishman. Maybe in The Irishman,
no, not
maybe
even.
he still
Not
is
even.
that guy in that movie. But in this one, I can say no, it's expired. This kind of wasn't it. He does a good job. I'll give him his respect, but he's not that guy anymore. And when you have, you know, an 80-year-old De Niro with a much younger wife in the story, it's a little bit different. But then you look at the source material and it's like, no, these guys really were like in their 50s and into their 60s at the height of sort of their crime career, at the peak of it, right before it all kind of goes to hell. So from that sense, it's not that surprising. But there's not much here, unfortunately.
Even in The Irishman, buddy, like, and I think Ryan will probably back me up on this one because I know you've seen it. Is that, like, there was a scene where he's getting into a fight. Everything's slow, sluggish. Yeah, no, it's just, again, you just look at De Niro, and they tried to obviously make him younger, but like that part for me just didn't land. Yeah. But for otherwise, it was a cool enough movie. Don't get me wrong.
But I already had those kind of thoughts, like he might be too old for this. You know, like even in The Irishman. Yeah. So
exactly.
Yeah, I kind of see what he's saying.
That's fair.
Yeah,
I have to watch The Irishman still.
You'll see what we're saying.
You'll see. But all right, that's too bad. I'm gonna watch both of these regardless because I said I would, and I'm a fan of both, you know, De Niro and Marvel. But it is kind of a bummer to kind of, because, you know, I've heard reviews of these movies, but when it's coming from, like, you know, a close source, it's like, okay, I guess they were true. I guess the rumors were true.
Coming from the same source that said Joker Philly do is like,
that is true.
Movie of the year. That was my movie of the year last year.
That is true.
Yeah. Movie of the year. Ryan didn't even have a movie. He had a cartoon of the year, X-Men 97.
You're just hating.
I am hating for no reason. That shows a masterpiece.
That just shows me you know Joker sucks because you felt the need to defend it.
What a piece of shit. No, that's why I know it's good. No, I don't need to defend it. I just really like the Joker, but I did not like Alto Nights, unfortunately. That didn't work. I mean, Nicholas Pileggi wrote the story. I mean, that guy's written a bunch of different mafiosi stuff, right? So he should be in there, Barry Levinson. But there's just not enough here, unfortunately. Not enough stuff. Yeah. 2 hours, 3 minutes. It's about right.
Well, that's unfortunate. If you guys like this video, be sure to check out the rest of the channel and consider subscribing. Go even further and subscribe to Podcast Fresh wherever you listen to your podcasts for new episodes every week.